Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Aisha Lachey Reads, and today we are doing my October TBR. Okay, so we're going to do my October TBR. When I say I failed my TBR last month, I totally failed it. I think I only read, I can't even remember all the ones that were on my list, but I know for sure I didn't get to 3 of them, and they were like the biggest ones. So yeah, I was going to read these and I didn't. But I did read my 2 mood reads, and I did read another book that was over 300 pages. So at least I read a book over 300 pages, even though it wasn't the ones I chose out. Am I going to read these this month? Probably not. But I just figured I'd mention that because I just failed at my TBR. And so this month I think I'm going to do a less strict TBR. I just need more mood reads. I need to be able to read what I'm feeling. But I do have some horror and more Halloween-ish books that I want to get to. So I'm just going to go with the ones that I'm mainly looking at reading for October. There are 2 that I for sure have to read, and those are the only 2, and the rest are just going to be kind of when I feel like them. But the first one that I'm going to get to is the Dead Take the A Train. This cover is gorgeous, by the way. So this takes place in New York, and it is about a girl who her job is to kill demons. And she takes like the craziest and like most dangerous jobs because she needs the money to be able to live. And I guess her friend gets in trouble and she has to help her. But like the stuff that they get into could have like catastrophic like consequences for like the world and like cause the world to end. So I'm excited to pick this one up. I saw just the cover at Barnes & Noble and I was like, oh, I have to have it because it's just beautiful. So this is the first one I'm going to pick up in October. But yeah, I definitely am super excited for this one. And then the next one I have to get to, and if I don't, I will just keep putting it off, and that's going to be American Psycho by Brent Easton Ellis. This is obviously about Patrick Bateman, and it takes place in the 80s, and I guess it has like a lot of social commentary, and it's just about him and like the craziness in his mind and the way he is as a person, and he is a serial killer of like women, and he thinks he's better than people and like all this stuff. I absolutely love the movie, so I have to read this book, and I figured October would be the perfect time to pick this one up. So I'm definitely excited to see this. I heard that Patrick is a little bit more crazy in this one, which I love, and less likable, which is perfect because I like a good unlikable character every now and then. So those are the 2 that I for sure have to get to that I've really been wanting to read. And then after that, I picked up an indie book. It is Fresh Hell by Cameron Chaney. And this cover is also amazing. Like, it just makes me think of like horror, or like 90s horror, and I love that. It gives off like the campy vibes. And this is about a girl who she lives in Autumn Crow, and it says, school is back in session at Autumn Crow High. Will the class of 1994 survive long enough to graduate, or will the cursed town of Autumn Crow devour them all? And then I guess the girl has nightmares that are like blood soaked about this hot boy or whatever, and then she turns up at school and he is going to her school. So I'm kind of excited to see what happens in this. So this should be like a fun short read, and I'm excited to like give this one a try. And then a couple other ones that I just recently found out about are Paperbacks from Hell, and this is like in collaboration with Grady Hendrix. So we have When Darkness Loves Us, and then Let's Go Play at the Adams. So Let's Go Play at the Adams is about a babysitter who is babysitting and wakes up and she's tied to a chair and the kids are trying to kill her. So that's all I know about it, and that's all I want to know, but it sounds great. And it was written in like the 70s, so I'm hoping these 2 give me the really like campy like horror vibes, because like those are my favorite, like just fun, like campy, just like even when things are not like too serious and they're just kind of like fun horror. I love stuff like that. I know When Darkness Loves Us is, I think there's 2 stories in this one. I don't remember a whole lot about what's in it, and so I figured I'd just go in blind on that one because I think it'll be fun to do that. But I'm excited to pick these two up. I guess they were hard to get a hold of for a while, so that's why Grady Hendrix did like the paperbacks from Hell collection. So I'm excited that we actually got these in paperback and people can enjoy them now. Another one that would be a really fun one to get to is A Dowry of Blood. This is a vampire romance. Basically, she's married to Dracula and he brings in like another woman, and then I guess it's like domestic abuse and like all this crazy stuff, I'm guessing. So we'll see how this is. And I guess the two female wives or whatever fall in love. So I heard everyone loves this book. So I figured I would give this one a shot too, because the vampires in October is just perfect. And then I have a couple YA that I figured I could put in between some of like the more adult horror, because like adult horror is a little bit more, it takes more brain power to read and to like focus on. So I have a couple of YA ones that would be good to like split it up. So This Delicious Death, this one is about zombies, and they go to a music festival. Zombies are common in our world and they have synthetic flesh, but every once in a while one of them, they can go rogue and start killing real people. And so this happens at the music festival and you have a group of friends dealing with that. So I figured to put this one on there if I need something easy to read. And then the next one I found at Walmart the other day, and I just picked it up on like a whim, and it's called The Last Girl Standing, which sounds awesome. It says she tasted like sugar the first time they kissed. She tasted like blood the next. And then, let's see, Sloane and Cherry, they met only a few days before masked men with machetes attacked the summer camp where they worked, and a massacre that left the rest of their fellow counselors dead. So that's like all I needed to know. Like, camp, killers, final girls. So I picked this one up so I would have something fast to read. And then I have a Dark Academia, because I've been kind of in that mood lately. So I have If We Were Villains, and this is about a bunch of students in college that are like studying Shakespeare and writing and all of that kind of stuff. And something happens and someone dies. And the beginning of the book, I guess, a reporter, or no, it's an old retired cop. He goes to one of the kids who's about to be getting out of prison and is like, I want the full story, and it doesn't have to be on the record or anything. I just want to know what really happened, because they don't know 100% for sure what happens. So I want to pick this one up. It sounds freaking fantastic. Murder, Dark Academia vibes, college, like it sounds great. And then the last one I want to pick up is one that everyone's been talking about on BookTube, and you see it on Instagram and all of that, and I finally ordered a copy. So that is Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross. And I know this takes place, our main character works at a newspaper, I think, and one of the kids is like her rival, and they like fight for different stories and stuff, and there's like magic, and her brother's off at war, so she's writing like these letters to her brother, but they end up going to her rival at the newspaper company. So I guess they fall in love, and there's like gods and politics and all that stuff in this, but everyone loves and raves about this. So I really want to pick this up because I'm hoping I love it just as much as everyone else does. So I'm excited to finally get into this one. And then I have a couple plans for videos for this month. I started one the very first day in October. It's the 2nd now. But I want to read horror for just a week. I might do it for 2 weeks, depending on how I feel. But yeah, I'm going to be reading only horror for like a week. So that'll be a fun one to do. I'm hoping to do maybe like a thriller video, or maybe I'll do some on like these like paperback from hell. Maybe I'll do a little vlog on both of those and kind of go over what I think about them and everything. But yeah, I think that's going to be everything for this video, and like and comment and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Happy reading.